boing, 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 boing. Hi everybody, Uncle Matty here. Day 10 of international house arrest, waiting for the all clear. Yes, these are dire times. There's no sugarcoating it. Intelligent people saw this coming and warned us of it, but those nabobs in power in our administration chose not to listen and fired the guys who knew how to prepare us for it and could have helped us. So here we are, so be it. But we're going to get through it. It's not too late to get through this if we're smart and we do the right things. We will come through this crisis. You will survive. We will survive. Now listen for a moment. We're a great people. White, brown, black, yellow, red, it doesn't matter what tone our skins are. We are America. And now that we're global, we are the world. We, the people. Not the greedy banksters or our so-called elected officials who kowtow to them and lick their shiny shoes and promise to write legislation in return for campaign cash and then screw the people who voted them into office in the first place. Don't expect any help from them other than their standard corruption, self-serving, and usury. I just want to remind you, especially those of you not old enough to remember, that my parents, your grandparents, or for some of you, your great-grandparents, lived through much, much worse than this and survived. They survived. They survived a global world war, born of a virus of domination and hatred, where countless millions died, preceded by a national financial depression, preceded by a worldwide influenza pandemic that killed millions of people, and that preceded by an earlier world war. And they survived. They survived for us. And you and I are here as a result. And we will come through this crisis. Believe me, we will survive. I know people who are afraid they're going to die. And that's quite natural, because no matter what any myth believers may say, nobody knows what's on the other side. Nobody. It's the big question mark. That's what's so scary to people. Look, in all probability, no really sane person wants to die. I certainly don't, but guess what? I'm gonna. We all are at some point. It's the only thing we have guaranteed in writing. Whatever your spiritual or religious beliefs are, if life is a gift, and it is, death has got to be one too. Now don't get me wrong, I don't want it to be painful, and I intend to put mine off for as many decades as I can, and I hope you do too. But in the meantime, we cannot succumb to fear. A great president once told our terrified nation we have nothing to fear but fear itself. F-E-A-R, I call it futile energy anticipating ruin. Do not sit around indulging yourself in being afraid of something that hasn't happened to you, and in all likelihood won't. This is a time for hope, for faith, for sharing the Spirit, for putting a smile on your face, love in your heart, and being creative in whatever way you can for the greater good of all. For all of us, because we are all in this together. Whatever your political leanings, we are all fighting the same demon out of China, and we are together. No matter how much the power guys try to divide us and make us enemies, and they're working at it. Believe me, you can see them at it every day. Their game is divide and conquer, and they've gotten real good at it. They actually have strategy meetings on how to do it. But the hate mongers have always lost, and they always will. You remember a psycho scumbag named Hitler? Because we are the people. Now, beware your media intake. It's a wicked drug. These guys are marketers of fear, doom, hysteria, and chaos. They're schooled in it. They actually have degrees in the proper technology to keep us hooked and scared. As long as they can keep us staring stupidly at their hypnotic grimness they produce, then they can shove products in our faces and a certain percentage of us will buy. Don't buy, and don't buy into their game. It's all about money. This is the time for faith. I want you to have faith. You don't know what that is? Look up the word. Have faith in yourself, in your survival, in your fellow man, in your future, and most of all, in your Maker, however you choose to perceive that. This is the time to spread the light and help one another. Put a smile on your face, put love in your heart, you'll feel better, and do something good for somebody else right now. Believe me, you will feel better. Okay, right, I'm going to shut up. But a little poetry here to finish. Okay, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and comment down below if you will. And for you survivors who have hung in with me until the end here comes the second verse of the song. I love you all. We're going to make it. See you next time. The good die young, they say, which means I'll be around a while. I just carry on, let nature take its course. My enemies are all convinced I'm too damn mean to die, and they hate that I'm as healthy as a horse. I love my life, I love you folks, I'm loving what I do. It's a game, a dance, a mad and passionate world. So I'll just keep on trucking if it's all the same to you and me, the oldest motherfucker in the world.